on vacation, you think of like you have to plan it out. You have to the biggest decision is where to go, right? Okay, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about the different cultures. The different experiences, like the new cultures and some of the holidays. I'm gonna tell you a little story of my experience when I traveled, and some historical attractions of precisely Guadalajara and their food. Okay, so going to Guadalajara, it's a very different culture. You're out here in the U.S. and then the curfew is like 10 for people underage, and like 12 is the maximum you can do on noise level. So, but in Mexico, in Guadalajara, you can be up until like 4 or 5 in the morning and nobody tells you really anything. One of the holidays from Mexico that everybody celebrates is September 16th, which is their Independence Day. And the way that they celebrate it is with the head of the General Secretariat of the government and the mayor of Guadalajara. They start the celebration at Plaza Libertad. And this initiates the celebration in Jalisco. And in the evening, the ceremony of the traditional call of independence is held at the Palacio de Gobierno. So my little story is, my most memorable time is when Christmas time that I was there with, basically my dad has 11 brothers and sisters, including him, and only 9 were able to go. 2 were down here in the U.S. And we were about, I want to say 70 people in total in this little cramped living room. But it was so much fun because we did the whole white elephant. We started from 8, stopped at 12 just to give each other hugs, Merry Christmas hugs. And we started all over again and we ended until 4. So we felt very welcomed. Nobody outside said anything. We were making so much noise and we were just having fun. So I told you guys about the different cultures and my little story. So now I'm going to talk about the historical attractions and the food. So one of the biggest buildings there is the Catedral de la Asunción de María Santísima, also known as the Catedral Metropolitana. It is in the heart of the historic center of Guadalajara. The King of Spain, Philip II, ordered to get constructed 1561. It was dedicated on 1618, and it was consecrated on October 12, 1716. This was built with a mixture of architectural styles, thanks to the combinations of Baroque, neoclassical, Moorish, and Gothic influences. It is very unique in the country with its interior Gothic style. So there's 3 buildings, and they consist of 6 senior tranques, and the space is covered with golden domes and enriched pendants. They are all the same size, and the walls are rounded. And the crypt of the archbishops is one of the biggest attractions there. So as you can see, that little picture on there, that's the Parroquia San Onofre. That is actually the church I go to when I'm down there. I cannot miss a mass down there. So it's very small as compared to the cathedral. The cathedral, you guys can see, it's way bigger, very spacious, and the altar, it's very long, and it's very beautiful. It's just, I love going to there. So now I'm going to talk about the Mercado de Libertad, which is also known as the Mercado de San Juan de Dios. It's a little market in the Barrio San Juan de Dios. It was the first one it's the oldest district there. So it was born simultaneously, and it was the first industrial and agricultural area. The first Spanish settlers turned it into gardens because it was divided into with a river. And the Mercado Libertad was In service, December 30th, 1958, so it's been around for what, like a little bit over 50 years. And it is one of the largest fruit markets in Mexico, in which you are able to find crafts of different materials, like ceramic, blown glass, and leather. And that's the mercado. And as you can see, there's a second floor there, and that there are small restaurants with assorted Mexican, like we call them antojitos, which is like little, you can find foods, typical foods there from Guadalajara as well in there. But as you can see, it's a very big one, and they also sell embroidered clothes, typical outfits, jorongos, blankets, and guayaberas. Jorongos are just like little ponchos, but of a different style, different material. And guayaberas are just like shirts, a certain type of shirt. And there is approximately 2,800 stands in the market every day, and it's open all year long. So now I'm going to be talking about the Estadio Omni Life. This is the soccer team's, called Club Deportivo de Guadalajara, also known as the Chivas. They rebuilt this building in 2010. So the old stadium was called Estadio Jalisco, and the Chivas are the first known soccer team for Guadalajara. This sports stadium has a beautiful architecture and highly functional design that simulates a volcano that is surrounded by natural vegetation. This structure provides shade, but it also collects the rainwater and also collects the water from the floor, and it is stored in this filtered tank. So that's how they use it to water the lawn and water the stands wash the stands and the toilets and urinals. And the stadium is cataloged as a green stadium because of its commitment to protecting the environment. Okay, now the food. The top left corner is a torta ahogada. That is a salty roll with pork meat in it. So you prepare it and then you dunk it, you dip it inside this tomato sauce, and if you like spiciness, then you dip it inside the chili sauce, which makes it really spicy, and that is why it's called torta ahogada, which means drowned torta. The top right corner is the flautas ahogadas, and it's basically the same concept. You dip them inside the tomato sauce, and if you want it spicy, you just pour it on top. The bottom one is actually my favorite little antojito, because it's a hot dog that is cut into to make it look like an octopus, which is called sachipulpos. And so you just fry them, and you can put ketchup on top, ketchup and sour cream and hot sauce and mustard, but I don't like mustard or hot sauce much. So, and then of course I cannot miss tequila. It's from there. It is the Centenario. It is one of the most popular. It is very smooth, and it is made in Tequila, Jalisco. So if you guys are trying to figure out to find a place to relax and have fun, you can always count on going to Guadalajara to be that place. They have the great historical places and welcoming environment, beautiful soccer stadiums, and the beaches are only an hour or two away.